Hello everyone, Jeff Eccles here with The Lonely Vine. You know, usually I don't have anybody, and then occasionally I have a friend like Sean come in, and we're just expanding, and now we're adding Jimmy to the mix as well. So, and this is a video that's been a long time coming. I just needed some friends, which I don't have many of. So I finally got them. So the last lurker, finally, this was last year you asked for this, but here it is. This is going to be a blind tasting, and it's a blind tasting of the same grape. So it's a pretty hard challenge for us. But what we've got is we've got one that's a Pinot Gris and one that's a Pinot Grigio. So they're both the identical grape. It's just a matter of where they're grown. Pinot Gris is grown in the Alsace region of France, which is very northern France. And Pinot Grigio is coming from northern Italy. So both are going to be kind of cool climate. And actually, do you want to bring the bottles in, wherever they're at? So we can actually, or you can just hold them to the camera without being on camera that way. So I don't know which is which. So we'll just show the first one, the green one. This is the Pinot Gris. So this is, what's that one? The Gustave Laurence. So this is the Pinot Gris Reserve. And then the Piggin, no, the Piggin Pinot Grigio. So, thanks. So, before we get into these, kind of the general rule of what I would say is the Pinot Gris, the one from northern France, I would expect to have almost maybe a little bit of sweetness to it, and maybe be a little bit bigger, whereas the Pinot Grigio from Italy will be a little bit lighter and probably a little bit drier. Color-wise as well, just looking at the color, I would expect the Pinot Gris to be a little bit darker than the Pinot Grigio. It's kind of bass-ackwards of what you'd expect, but that's kind of what I'm thinking will happen. And we'll see if that pans out. So let's start with the lighter one. That's what we usually do. So we'll start with the one on our left, looks like.
Yep.
Okay. And a good shout out, thank you to our other friend, James. I have all three of my friends in the place at the same time. So nice. For letting us use his house for our tasting and setting us up with the blinds. So, all right, so the first one.
Good job, man.
And are you guys noticing, I mean, even before we're testing this, there's a lot of aromas coming off. Where we just tasted a couple wines the other night, and you had to like get your nose in to smell anything. Here, they're coming at us.
Yeah,
in full force.
Really good too.
So this first one, so you guys getting anything that's standing out, that's jumping out?
It smells dry.
Okay.
Which is weird.
It's kind of like dirt to me.
Some dirt. You get any? Do you get anything like? And this will sound gross, but do you get any kind of a cat urine, gooseberry?
No. Maybe some peach.
Maybe some petrol, so a little bit of like an oil gas, like if you're on a boat, that kind of thing.
I don't personally, but
how about like river rock, like a stony, wet stone kind of like
maybe that's a better description than dirt.
Like rain. If you go outside after the rain, that cement that has a wetness, that kind of smell.
Very aptly put.
So, are you getting a lot of fruit, or is it mostly other stuff?
I smell some grapes, maybe. I mean,
you got grapes. You think you said peaches?
A little bit of peaches I got on one smell.
Yeah. Okay.
I can see that.
Okay. Before we taste it, let's just get our nose into this other one. This is going to be tough.
It's very different.
I almost smelled watermelon.
Watermelon, interesting. I like that. A little bit more fruit though.
Yeah, it's kind of cantaloupe too. Yeah.
Cantaloupe, melon. Yep.
A different kind of fruit. You know, this one smelled like I smelled peaches and grapes, and this one I smelled
I don't get that earthy rock
melon type stuff.
Melon, even like the melon rind. Get a lot of that.
It's got a real. The smell is kind of warm on the undertone, which I don't understand, but I kind of get it. Like the bottom.
Does either one have more of a flowery, like a plant or flowers kind of smell?
After smelling this one, it seems to have overwhelmed me, so I can't
Yeah.
really smell
Like
anything
if I
out of
had
that
to
one.
guess, like this one's gonna taste sweeter just by smelling it.
Yeah, like I get a little bit of a
So maybe
like
it's
violet or
flowery.
lavender or some kind of a flower kind of component is this one as well.
Awesome.
All right, so back to so smell wise, which one is more appealing?
I think I like this one better.
The one on the right?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not into the really sweet. So I always prefer it a little drier.
Oh, okay, so you like the one on the left a little bit better so far? Interesting. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and taste the one on the left first. Let's taste this one up and see what we get. Real dry.
It is dry. I kind of like it a lot though.
What do you guys? What are your first impressions? And don't even say, "Oh, I get this specific thing," but just what are some things that you pop into your brain?
It's a lot tangier than I thought it was gonna be.
Tangy, like and really minerally.
Yeah.
Like speaking to that wet concrete. Like if I pulled some wet concrete up, this is what I would expect it to taste like.
Some acid, but not a whole ton.
Mm-mm.
I'm definitely salivating, but it's not that bad.
But you do get that mineral reaction, like from a mineral well. You know what I'm
Mhm.
talking about with your
Yeah,
mouth.
like a fountain somewhere that has mineral water from deep underground.
Many fruits. Do you get much fruit in it at all? Do you get any of that melon or anything else?
No, not really.
It's mostly real earthy kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very dry, very earthy, very minerally.
not sweet.
No sweetness at all.
No. Yeah.
But you guys both like it?
Yeah, it's good. I like
Okay.
it. I mean, it's real calm and not too overstated. It doesn't have much tannins that I can tell at all, really.
No, neither of these should have any at all.
Some acid, but yeah, that's the kind of wine that I could drink.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
That's good to know for the wine club.
it. Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let's move on to the one on the right and see what we got on the palate here. You're gonna like this one, I
I
bet.
love it.
It's still dry.
Yeah, a little more acid.
They're a lot more similar than I thought they were going to be.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
By the smell and the look of them, I expected a big difference.
This one's definitely,
Taste.
it feels more fruit forward. Is that the
Mhm.
proper term?
Does this one and this will sound? This doesn't have bubbles in it or anything like that. But
It
does
felt-
it feel like
it felt
there's some
sparkling.
carbonation?
Yeah.
There's some kind of bubbles to it. Prickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little smoother taste to it. You know what I mean? A little lubricated.
Not even got a laugh from the peanut gallery. We about had at least one, maybe two spit takes there on that one.
Yeah, this one's really good. This is certainly my favorite.
Okay.
It just,
Yeah.
it is a little bit sweeter. It's just, it's
And it's not much. It's not
No.
like this is cloying or
No.
big time sweetness. It's just
It's
just the
ever
tiniest
so.
bit.
I think it's enough just to make it that much better.
Yeah.
Just an improvement.
Okay, so now from what I said, I don't know if I gave you guys enough clues, but we've got one that's Pinot Gris from France and one that's Pinot Grigio from Italy. So if you had to make some guesses here, which one do you think is the Pinot Grigio from Italy?
By color alone, I guess this one, right?
That would be my
Right?
guess as well.
If I was paying
Just by
attention.
color alone.
Okay,
Right.
but that's Pinot Grigio.
That's pretty, yeah, that's the darker one you said.
I said I would expect the darker to be the Pinot Gris.
Agree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So this
I'm-
one's a little darker, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's North Italy.
No, France.
France, sorry.
So I think
My
so.
bad.
We're all going to go with the same bet here. That the one on the left is going to be
And it's supposed to be a little
Pinot
sweeter.
Grigio. Yep. And the one on the right is the Pinot Gris.
Yeah.
So this one has a little bit more of a green tint, it looks to
Mm.
me. So would that be, like I learned recently from your website,
Yep.
that it's from a more cool and low sugar environment?
Yep.
So And that would be the north of France for this one?
It could be, yep. You know, it's you know
think
how long they're growing. If you were going that, then you would say that one is from France because that's going to be more northern. It's going to have a cooler climate. Although from northeast Italy, you know, it's up getting up into the mountains. It's probably got some coolness to it. So, but yeah, I'm going to say the one on the left is Pinot Grigio. The one on the right is Pinot Gris.
Works for me.
All right, so.
I'll put them right in front of you in the order that they belong.
All right. Nice. All right. So, good job, guys. You actually got it right. So,
thanks for giving us the answer.
So I was worried about it. I was expected to be a lot different, especially on the palate. I thought, you know, visually there might be some clues, and on the nose there might be some clues, but I thought the palate would really show a huge difference, but it really didn't. This was really close. The last lurker, thank you for the recommendation. I appreciate it. You know, I stuck you with this the last time, so now I get to stick Jimmy with it. You know, on every show I ask the audience a question of the show. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be about wine. It can be anything. And then they will leave comments in the blog to answer the question that you ask. So whenever I have guests, I let them do it. But since I stuck it with Sean the other day, and he was ill-prepared for it.
It was an awkward couple minutes, I'm not going to lie.
So what was your question?
It was, you know, what was the biggest shock you ever got from a label? What was a label that you thought was going to be a wine that was really good, just based on whether it was, you know, what appealed to you or what looked old world and classy? What was the wine that surprised you the most?
Most disappointing.
Most disappointed you, yeah.
So what did you shell out good money for and it sucked?
Yeah.
But you know, you can be a soccer question, it could be a tournament question, it could be a wine question, whatever you want. Keep it, you know, at least PG rated.
Oh yeah.
You have to warn us. So.
Right.
Yeah. Well, since there'll never be another soccer question,
there you go.
everybody just needs to chime in with their favorite EPL team.
EPL?
EPL.
Is that a
English Premier League.
English Premier League. So what is your favorite English Premier League team? And I actually know I'll probably get some responses to that. So
perfect.
I've got some soccer folks that watch the show. So, all right. Thanks for joining us as usual. I hope you guys have a great day, great night. Thank you guys. Jimmy for attending for the first time. Sean, it's like the third time you've been a guest here. Yes. You have to start paying you.
Exactly.
And James, thanks for letting us use the house. And until next time, everybody, cheers.
Cheers.
Making that one. All right, yeah, you got
Lemon face. Live face.
That's so going in the video, just heads up.
That was awesome.